I still can't quite believe it, but this is our new floaty home, Kimberly Joe. 25 years ago, we both thought that if you can't do, teach. We were in it for the long holidays, the short hours 9 to 3:30, and the chance to sit at the front of a class while the children did the work. That didn't quite work out how we thought. We're now back from 4 years teaching in China to mess about on boats, so come join us on the waterways of England. Join us this week as we explore and investigate the beautiful historic town of Rugby.
So this is the Barney Moat. Here's the canal, so the tunnel's just down there. There's a water point just there as well. So this has been our spot for the last week. Had a wonderful roast dinner in there. The roast dinner was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
So just kind of showing you where we are. It's a really nice place. Just before you get into Rugby, it's Newbold on Avon. Up there you can see the church just about in the distance. And if you go up to that church, you can see the old tunnel. We haven't been yet, but we'll pop there and have a look. We'll bring you along with us if we do. So, come down the hill from the car park. We think there's bins. We've been using their bins, so we're hoping that we were allowed to.
It says so on the canal planner that there are bins there.
Yep.
And also on the RCR water nav. So, and there's no sign saying don't use them. So
no, when you get to the bins, they're just there. You sort of thought there'd be a sign saying we were allowed to use them, but anyway, we've used them now. So coming just down here. This is the road. If you just follow this road all the way through, it takes you straight into Rugby. It's about just under a mile and a half it is. So it's just under a mile and a half to Quigley's, which is right in the middle of Rugby. Takes about 35 minutes, something like that, for the walk. First day we were here, Google Maps took us. We followed Google Maps. We went up this road, turned right, started heading off towards Power Station, then took us to some train tracks. We turned left by the train tracks on a road that had a gate, which was a bit worrying already. Went all the way along the gate, got to the end, it was just blocked off. There was a factory there that we couldn't get through at all. I don't know, it was about 1960 since you could have got through there. To the right was like a little underground tunnel that went underneath the railway tracks. I was just waiting to see Zamo and his gang. Just say no kids. So we were lucky we didn't get murdered as we went through there. It ended up taking us, like I say, it's a 35-minute walk in a straight line. We went in all over the place. It took us 2 hours. It was incredible. So that was our first day. So yeah, in capital letters now we've written down, do not listen to Google Maps when walking, because we've been quite a few times. Even at the end of the walk, Sonia was absolutely had a dog on by that point.
I do not get cross.
She was not happy at all. And right at the very end there's a bit where it says, you go down this path and it cuts you through to where we'd left the car, which is what we were walking towards. And we got there and it was a school. So we'd have had to like climb the school fence, go through the classrooms, out the other side to be able to get to where we wanted to go. So we had to go back again.
It wasn't a new school
double
either.
up.
This was not a new school.
No. So as you can see, just here on the right hand side, we've got a co-op where we've had a few things delivered from Amazon. We've got fish smiths. If you do go in there, don't get anything bigger than just the normal size of chips. We got a large. It was incredible. It fed both of us and we still had chips left over. Huge portions, some lovely food in there.
Could have fed everyone on the toper.
Yeah, it was incredible. So that's Fish Smiths. And then just coming up here, I'll just keep it going as we're getting there because we're pretty much there. Here is a second pub. This is the one we went in on Saturday when the bloke was doing all the racing tips. And for our pound race, we ended up £8 up by the end of the night. He was chucking God knows what, everything. And again, for all those of you who are watching from down south, drinks in there, it was £3.30 for a Foster's. No special offer, just literally just what they did in there. Unbelievable. So we're just going to carry on up there and have a day exploring Rugby.
can't talk about rugby and show you around rugby without mentioning the majestic, fantastic sport of egg chasing. Coincidentally, 200 years ago this year was the birth of rugby in rugby itself at rugby school. Now I know that is a big coincidence, isn't it? In 1823, William Webb Ellis, during a perfectly good game of football, decided to pick up the ball and run with it. And thus a new sport was spawned, and a statue was built in his honour, a museum was built in his honour, even a Wetherspoons has got his name now, when really, if you think about it, what he should have got was a yellow card for deliberate handball.
We've had a lovely day. We had a visit from friends from China, not seen them for like 2 years, and which was fantastic. Had a lovely walk around the quarry here, but we are on the move. We've decided, which goes against all of our advice before, which was, oh, we're not going to move unless we know we've got a mooring. But we're moving down to the next visitor moorings in Rugby. There's a water point there, hopefully get some water, and then spend the next couple of days there before we head on to Hillmorton Locks. Tony's gone ahead to scout out whether or not there are any moorings there for us. Apparently there are a couple, fingers crossed. No one gets there before I do. But it's been a busy day on the canals today. I think the long bank holiday weekend, the sunshine, it's a lovely day to be on the water. These little bridges that go across the little arms of the canal. I think this is another one of those that goes off. There used to be a wharf down there, but now it looks like it's very much private moorings down there. But I love these bridges, so ornate. So yesterday we moved down from Newbold to closer to Rugby to get some water, and we're moored up near Elliott's Field in Rugby on the visitor mooring. So now I've got to go back and get the car. Oh, the joys. It is a bit of a pain but this one's quite easy because it's only a walk along the towpath. And yeah, you have to forgive the wet hair. Hair dryers on narrowboats are a luxury. I do have one, and I have a power bank that will power it, but the power bank's out of battery, so we're going to dry it in the sun today. So it's a nice walk all the way back to Newbold, but it'll be all along the canal path, which is quite nice. Hopefully it's dried out a little bit. So just under the bridge you've got a harvester there, and yesterday it was heaving with people, as you can imagine. Good Friday, the sun was out and it backs onto the canals. Beautiful.
So I know I've cleverly edited it in the past to make it look like Sonia does some work on the boat, but really this is what it's like every day. Just sitting there doing nothing, reading a book, while I'm inside cleaning and polishing and doing all the work on the boat.
The reason I'm staying inside.
There she is, the princess, all sitting there. But I'm stuck in the boat doing all the proper jobs that need doing. Just so you know, it's not all driving the boat and making beds and all things like that.
Bit of bonus material here really. This is our short trip from Rugby to Hillmartin Locks. Really this is just sort of highlighting the sheer professionalism of our vlogs that we're putting out at the moment. We've got some new mics, we've got a camera that we put on the front, and just see how well we use those and really up the level of our vlogs this week. Enjoy the car crash. Sound's been the biggest problem so far. I managed to sort it out a little bit anyway on the latest one, but that's my constant battle with sound. So we've got these microphones, they're not that expensive at all. But the camera that we bought, the Acaso one,
there are other cameras available.
It hasn't got, you can't put an external mic on it for some reason, or if you can, we don't know how. So these ones don't work with it. So I ordered a little adapter. It's got to go from like a micro HD to a USB-C, something like that. Lots of letters. So we've ordered it, and it came in yesterday. And Sonia walked down to get the car yesterday. So she popped in there because it's opposite where the car was, and it was like 12:30ish.
It was after 12:30, and the post office shuts at 12:30 on a Saturday.
But this place is one counter, and the same woman who serves you in the bit where you buy your cigarettes also does the post office. So she's standing in the cigarette part. So as soon as I come out the package, you can see the package is just there. And she went, "Oh no, the post office is closed." And so I was like, "Alright, it's just there, and here's my ID." "Well no, the post office is closed."
She looked really embarrassed actually.
I know,
And she
but,
wanted to give it to me, but she couldn't.
but why not?
I don't know. Closed, I don't know. Maybe they don't get paid from post office. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, just incredible.
It was just funny because it was just one.
So I was there, she could have just reached out, picked it up, scanned, there you go. Isn't it? The Canal Lounge. Obviously got a dusk, it's Easter Sunday, isn't it? So
Yeah.
that looks really nice there.
Half the time we don't know what day of the week it is, let alone any special days.
And you got that, they're all doing it up there. You got the bar through the gap there, which looks really nice. There's a fish tank. I'm guessing that's where you get fish from for your tank.
To know these little things, I'm just loving seeing different things all the time.
Fish tank, didn't even know they had fish in the army stock. So here comes some foiling. Well, that's quite amusing seeing it getting this on you.
Someone did say the other day, actually, I think I saw someone say about the bridge being a pain.
Yeah.
Oh, it was narrowboat natterings. They were on a trip and they said exactly the same thing you said. It was pretty good.
Shout out to Narrowboat Natterings, replying to one of our vlogs, very exciting. I keep trying to get Sonia to do her impressions, but she won't do them.
I can't, it's rude. But they're not really impressions, they're just the catchphrases, so I know who they are.
That's because you're such a big fan.
That's what it is, yeah.
Music comes on off the channels, and Sonia will be in the kitchen, and she'll be like, oh, Narrowboat Natterings.
Oh.
Right, so thanks for staying with us for as long as you have. If you managed to see it all the way through to the end. As you can see, we're upgrading our equipment, but we've not quite managed to upgrade ourselves yet. So once we get as good as the new equipment, I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, we had a great time in Rugby. We really did enjoy it. It was a real contrast to the countryside, but now we're in Hillmorton. It's lovely, and we're going to have a bit of chill time in a more rural location. So get some more of that next week.
Yeah, Sonia did a look back to the future because we're not really in Hillmorton.
No, we're not, but I know that the video that you see next week will be in Hillmorton.
Yeah. Marty, it's your parents. It's not your parents, it's your children. So it's a back to the future moment, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Back for the future. Anyway, we are trying to upgrade everything, so this is a new camera we're doing this time with new microphones.
Hopefully they're switched on.
Hopefully they're switched on. They were just now. We had to do this video again because I forgot to press record again. So yeah, thanks to Sonia's now going to do her timings.
Right, so if you like the video, please press the like button. If you didn't like the video, press the like button anyway. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. Press the subscribe button. And if you want YouTube to notify you when we upload any new videos, press the bell icon.
She does that so well. Folks, for now, we're going to love you and leave you. Have a great week.
Have a great week, everybody.